YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Yeah, we have another cool DC review for you guys today. It is the DC Icons Super Sons 2-pack. Yeah, I've read Volume 1 of Super Sons. It's an alright book. I mostly got this for Jonathan Kent, to be totally honest. I think he's a great character. Damian Wayne has always kind of got on my nerves unless he's teamed up with Dick Grayson. I think they make a pretty good team. But, yeah, Super Sons 2-pack, you know, they're best friends. They get on each other's nerves. Damian's a dick. But they're buddies. And one day they'll be the best super team just like their parents. So, yeah, here they are. This set's kind of pricey. $54.99 is what I paid. And to be honest, it doesn't seem like it's worth that because they're both smaller characters, you know? It's just like, if they were both full-size, that would make more sense, but they ain't. But it's also, at the time of recording this, the only Jonathan Kent figure. And one of the few decent Damian Waynes. So, yeah, you know, it comes in this nice double packaging, 26 DC Icons. They don't make DC Icons anymore. But I still have a few I need to review, so let's get them done. I really wanted that Supergirl, never got her. Maybe I'll get her one day, I don't know. But, yeah, and then you got Super Sons in the top. Support the comics, guys. But, that's it. So, let's open this up. And here are our Super Sons out of package, and I want to say they really nailed the height difference on these guys. Yeah, they really did. They look good. Because, Damian's always like, oh, I'm smarter than you, John. Oh, I'm more skilled than you, John. And John's always like, yeah, well, I'm taller, Damian, and you're older than me. Because I think John's only like 10 or 11. And Damian's in his teens. So, yeah. Stupid Damian. But, yeah, I mean, these are good little figures. They actually are better than some other DC Icons I have. Because they aren't as stiff. And lots of my DC Icons are really stiff. Sorry. But these guys aren't. My Damian has a few little black marks on him. But I mean, the head sculpt's really good. I like the hair. The mask is raised and everything. Nice little domino mask. I like his hood and cape. I always thought DC Icons did real good capes. Nice Robin symbol. Everything's very clean except for right there on his face. It kind of bothers me. Lots of times when I have markings like that on the body, it doesn't bother me as much. But when they're on the face, it's just like, ugh. Sorry, this is stuff on my hand. But, yeah, so, you know, he's got his good little blades there on his arm. His little League of Assassin Batman blades. You know, all this nice stitching on the boots and everything. He looks really nice. Articulation-wise, you know, you got side to side and up and down on the head. More up and down than most DC Icons ever got. So that's pretty good. And then you have a good waist crunch and swivel there on the torso, in and out on the arms, forward and back. And you got a swivel, elbow bends, wrist, forward and back on the wrist as well. Pretty cool. You got in and out on the legs, forward and back on the legs. You got kind of a rotation like that, but it's not a thigh swivel because DC Icons didn't have thigh swivels. That was the biggest problem with Icons. That and lots of them didn't want to look up. Double knee bend, whatnot. Up and down on the foot. And also an ankle pivot. Pretty cool. Now we're going to check out Jonathan Kent. By the way, if you want to see lots of DC Comics reviews, we do review lots of graphic novels and trades on this channel, including Super Sons Volume 1, which should be up. It might be up already. I don't know. It probably is. But, yeah, if it's not, subscribe, because I've already filmed it, so it will be up soon. But, yeah, you know, I think he's got a real nice head sculpt. The eyes are very clean on Superboy here. I really like this Superboy. Screw Connor Kent. I never really liked Connor Kent. Was never a big fan of his. I like his jacket. You know, he just has this hoodie. That's all he has. He doesn't have a big fancy elaborate costume. He's got jeans, a hoodie, and an old cape. So yeah, you know, he's got a nice House of L symbol there. You know, you got just a really nice looking figure. It's a really nice looking figure. Anyways, articulation wise, you know, all the same movement on the head as Damian. In and out on the arms, forward and back. Not as hindered by the cape as Damian's are, but it's all the same joints, just without the hindrances Damian has. Because Damian also has a little skirt area down here that hinders. Jonathan Kent doesn't have that. Of course, his torso joint's a bit tighter than Damian's is, and I think that's because it's a bit bigger. But it's whatever, and you know, you got all this leg movement. Really nice. These might be my favorite DC icons, actually, because they move pretty well, and they come with a bunch of accessories, which you'll see in a second. But yeah, so that's articulation, same as Damian's, just less hindered. Bada boop. So yeah, now let's check out accessories. Jonathan Kent comes with this flight stand. It's pretty neat, you know, it just pegs in the one foot, the other foot doesn't have a peg hole. And he's not much of a flyer, but he can jump pretty well. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. You can also use the stand with Damian if you so desire. I prefer it with John, because, you know, he's the one with actual superpowers, even if they are a little inconsistent because of his age and genetics. But I really do like him. He's a great character. So glad they gave Superman this family dynamic. It really makes him relatable. And it's just great. And it kind of makes him more vulnerable, too. But enough about Superman. So yeah, the stand works with both figures. We also have several other accessories. For Jonathan Kent, we don't get as much. We get some open flying karate chop hands, just some regular open hands, and some holding hands for whatever you want him to hold. Damian gets a bit more. He has karate chop hands as well, with some open hands, holding hands, and then these awesome batarang hands, which I'll probably display him with, honestly. And then he also gets a bow staff because, you know, he's an assassin. Now, I'm not going to show each figure with all the hands. That would just take forever. But I do want to show off these batarang hands since they're pretty specific, or Robin rangs, whatever you want to call them, birdarangs. Birdarang sounds pretty good. But I can kind of create the Teen Titans Rebirth issue 1 cover. Like that. You know, they're pretty cool. I just thought they deserved a bit more of a showcase, since they're really cool hands. Definitely displaying of these hands. The little batarangs don't come out, birdarangs don't come out, but they are pretty cool. And then this hand holds them like that, like he's going to punch you with them. So, I mean, they're all pretty cool. Now, for our first size comparison of the day, we're going to show them with some other DC Collectibles figures, since they themselves are that. Here on the left, another DC Icons. Also, one of the last ones to come out, Rebirth Superman, single-carded version. Here with his son, John. And for Damian, I got his brother, and also more of a father figure than Bruce is, honestly. Nightwing from the New 52. And this is the DC Collectibles Designer Series Greg Capullo version. So it's bigger than a DC Icon. So they don't really scale well, but I want to show you with that scale of DC Collectibles, of course. And then just to show them with some comic figures from Mattel. Here on the left, we have the DC Universe Classics White Lantern Hal Jordan. And here on the right, the DC Comics Multiverse Earth 23 Superman. And lastly, how about some TV and movie figures from Mattel? Here on the left, Reverse Flash from the Flash TV show. Also Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and crossovers and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. You guys know what's up. But, yeah, so that's pretty cool. He actually doesn't look too bad with John, to be completely honest. And then here on the right, a movie figure, we have our Justice League Batman. Also from Mattel, DC Comics Multiverse for the both of them. But yeah, so that's Damian next to his daddy. Can't show Damian off without Batman, right? So what are my final thoughts on the DC Icons Super Sons in the Name of the Father 2-pack from DC Collectibles? It's pretty cool. I finally have my Jonathan Kent Superboy, and I finally have a Damian Wayne Robin. I don't really care about Damian Wayne Robin outside of his Batman and Robin run with Dick Grayson, because I love Damian Wayne with Dick Grayson Batman. It is like the best. Honestly, if Bruce Wayne would have never come back, I would have been fine. I love that run. One of my favorite comic runs. Grant Morrison just just killed it. Just killed it. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, we got our Robin. A really good Damian Wayne figure. I've been waiting for a really good Damian Wayne figure. So have a lot of people. Mattel did a couple, but they were whatever. And then there was the one from the animated movie, and people have been using it. But I think this is a really good Damian Wayne. So they'll go with your smaller figures, like some of the scaled down movie and TV figures and DC icons. But they might look a little too small with some of your bigger figures like Mattel, and especially the larger DC collectibles. But their articulation's great. The durability feels really good for DC Collectibles. DC Icons was a pretty durable line for DC Collectibles. Not as durable as Mattel, but still pretty good. The accessories, as I said, amazing. The articulation is really good, and these guys, I feel like they move a lot better than some of my earlier DC Icons and stuff. And they were some of the last ones to come out. Really cool 2-pack. The last 2-pack to come out was the Superman Doomsday one, which looks really cool. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get it, though. I think I'm going to pass. And just, you know, the only real DC figures I'm getting from now on are probably going to be DC Essentials and maybe a couple imports that I like. But, yeah, that's it. So I do highly recommend these, especially if you want a Jonathan Kent, because at the time of recording this, he's the only one you can get. And it's just a, you know, good line. DC Icons was a good line. It could have been a little better, sure. I think the size of them really hurt the line. People didn't want to get them because they were so small and yet so pricey. But the reason they were so small is so they could give us more accessories and articulation. But I'm recording this before 2018, so before DC Essentials come out, and I'm really hoping they'll be as good. They look more Marvel Legends quality, which is fine by me, and I'm just excited all around. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. Highly recommended 2-pack, and I'll see you all later.